guys, this is Ashley back with another video, and we got a lot to discuss. So it looks like Nicki Minaj got botched and pregnant, divorced, bitter, delusional, and broke, ready to consider dropping a mixtape instead of an album. Let's take a listen.
And the clues are gonna go with the album name. Listen, I have to do everything. I only have a certain amount available of things because when I drop my mixtape, I gotta make sure that I take 2 weeks off. You know what I'm saying? Not even, no. When I drop my mixtape, I at least gotta take 1 week off. And I'm a woman, so I gotta recover myself. And after that, like I told my team, I don't want to be recording. I want to be able to, as soon as the 1 week is up, start working on my body. And when I say start working on my body, I mean like start working on my stamina, start getting massages, and start going to the gym. I want to like work on myself because I don't want to hit postpartum. You know what I'm saying?
Now, botching pregnant, I know damn well you are not trying to cop out of putting out your second album by talking about, oh, you gonna put out a mixtape. I know you ain't doing that. Because if you put out a mixtape instead of an album, you will be receiving Donkey of the Year. Okay? You can't do that. You put out an album, you continue to put out albums. You ain't gonna put out no mixtape after no damn 10 years. That's unacceptable, okay? So maybe it's gonna have mixtape vibes. Like maybe she going back to the basics and it's gonna have mixtape vibes. But you need to put out an album. Stop it, okay? But I think Botching Pregnant is scared. Like I said before, I think she's a little bit scared to put out, an album, especially if it don't sell what it needs to sell. She gotta sell, to me, Botching Pregnant at least gotta sell 185, 160. Okay, that's what she should be doing. Okay, especially if you got a Grammy, you got 5 number ones, and you got like 3 diamond records, and you went top 10 this year. You know, you should be at least doing 160 to 185, in my opinion. But we cannot tolerate you putting out no mixtape. No. Okay. That would be unfair to your fans. So maybe, hopefully, she was joking about that or trying to, distract the fans from what she's really dropping. But we not tolerate no mixtape, okay? You can sit the F down with that. Now, moving on to Doja Badu. I told y'all that Doja Badu was not coming to play around. And 2025 was going to be her year. She has finally let the racist bums go, and she got her man that she always wanted. She was spotted out with Joseph Quinn in London, and if you guys remember, she DM'd, I think it was Noah Schnapp, 2 years ago, trying to get with Joseph, and she was saying how fine he was on Twitter. And she finally got her man. She let the bums go. And now she has leveled up during her new era. Okay? Now, low-key, this is giving PR. In my opinion, this is definitely giving PR. But I'm here for it. I'm here for the PR relationship for Doja Cat. Okay? This is something she needs because Scarlett was just such a flop era. And she's been having so many terrible scandals with the men that she used to date, especially because they would be in those racist chat rooms. Finally, she's leveling up with somebody that's on her level and somebody that she don't have to take care of. No bums. Like most of her exes, okay? And a lot of fans are excited about Doja Cat's new era. One of the kitty litters say, Doja Cat with a new man, DC5, Doja Cat's 5th album, the timeless smash hit that you're gonna be, okay? And if you notice, Doja Cat has been kind of quiet lately, okay? Toned it down because she's in her redemption era. And I'm here for it. This is what we need from Doja Cat. I like normal, sane Doja Cat. I don't like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, weird Doja Cat, you know. And I think that they're going to be a good match. They can both give each other shape-ups, you know, because they basically both bald. So, you know, they can both give each other haircuts and shape-ups. And I think they're going to have a lot in common, especially both being in the industry and the Illuminati. So they both going to have a lot to discuss. This is a good look for Doja Cat. Give Doja Cat her 10, okay? You can't hate on it. This was a level up for the new era. I'm here for it. Now, moving on to Lil Kim, aka 29 Faces. She decided to bust some shots at Nicki Minaj. The song is called Nice Ice, okay? And I think she's sampling Ice Ice Baby, okay? She said, why you talk about me like a B ain't iconic? These hoes copy what I do. They should call a B word sign. Okay, now a lot of people feel like Nicki Minaj has copied Lil Kim. She continued and says, she says she could keep up. That's when I knew for sure that B word lying. That B word a cap. Now, I'm trying to figure out, keep up with what? Your face surgeries? Your bleaching? The bankruptcies that you filed? What is Nicki Minaj or whoever you're talking about trying to keep up with? Because you don't really be doing much. Okay? You're not on tour. You're not in movies. Music you put out flop. Nicki Minaj basically surpassed you years ago. What is there to keep up with? I am convinced that Lil Kim might be a little bit delusional. And by the way, she sounded horrible on the song. Oh my goodness, this song was so trash. Not only were the bars very lackluster, okay, but the delivery on this single was terrible. I'm like, goodness gracious, ever since Biggie died, you can't find a hit to save your life, okay? I don't know who your writers were after Biggie, but maybe you need to call them up. Maybe you need to call up Partisan Fontaine. I'm sure Champagne Thickums would write for Lil Kim. He wrote for Scratch Off, you know, or his ghostwriters wrote for Scratch Off. So I think maybe she should call up Champagne Thickums writers or call up him to help her because she sounded completely trash. Now, moving on to Scratch Off, she's flopping even harder than she was before. Not only is Scratch Off not really selling album-wise, her singles are also flopping. Big Mama is predicted to debut around at number 93 on the Paola Board Hot 100 chart after her album came out. A lot of people are saying, well, you know, she didn't have a music video, she didn't have playlisting or whatnot. That don't really matter, though. You put out a whole album and only one single charts, okay? And it's in the 90s. I mean, even JT's Okay debuted it higher than this. JT's Okay, I think it debuted in the 80s or 70s. I mean, this is honestly embarrassing, Scratch Off. You could do better than this. And all of Ice Spice's singles debut higher. Give Me the Pipe. You Think You the Ish. You Not Even a Fart. The record she had with, I forgot what it was. Oh, Central C. That debut higher than this. I mean, this is honestly embarrassing. How can you call yourself Big Mama and Big Scratch Off when you're not doing big numbers? Okay? It seems like your ego is bigger than your career. So this is definitely an L for Scratch Off, in my opinion. Now, moving on to Megan Thee Stallion. It has been reported that the Alcoholic Tour has grossed $13.6 million for 10 shows so far. 10 out of 36 shows. They haven't reported the full amount of gross income she did on her tour. For whatever reason, they're only reporting a few shows. I don't know why. But 10 out of 36 shows, she grossed $13 million. Megan is set to break the record for the biggest debut tour by a female rapper this century. Okay? So, let me know how y'all feel about that. Now, moving on to Queen B. Queen B is the only black female artist to be one of the top touring female acts in Europe. Okay? So at number 1, we got the Queen of Pop for the Sticky and Sweet tour with 238 million. Then we got the Pink tour, okay, at 217 million. Queen Bee comes at number 3 with 154 million for the Renaissance tour. Okay, she did 21 shows. Then we got Pink again with 126 million. And then Helene, okay, I don't know who that is, at 121 million. But Queen Bee is the only black woman on this list. So we got to give Queen Bee her 10s. I'm not shocked. I mean, who else was going to be on the list? I mean, it was only going to be the greatest performer of all time, dead or alive, and that's Queen Bee. So congratulations. Now, Katy Perry is rumored to be featured on a remix of one of Charli XCX's songs on her album Brat. The singer has been using Charli as a reference recently and talking about the artist very often. Also, they were spotted out in similar shirts too. Now, here's my thing. Who asked for this remix? I mean, this would be a good look for Katy because she's been flopping for the past 5 years and Lord knows she needs a hit. But I don't see anybody asking for a Charli XCX and Katy collaboration. But it would be a good look for Katy. I mean, she needs to collaborate with the girls to chart. So this will definitely help her chart because Wonder Bread or Wonder World, whatever that single was called, that flopped. That was only on the charts for 1 week or 2 weeks. And then Lifeless is flopping too, okay? And that single is way better than Wonder Bread. But unfortunately, it's not doing so well on the charts. So Lifeless is flopping, and she's supposed to be receiving the Vanguard Award. Okay, like what recent hits is Katy gonna perform? Okay, she ain't got no recent hits. She's gonna be performing all her hits from 2013. So, it's a good look for Katy, but Charli, you really shouldn't be collaborating with the flops. No shade. I mean, you could have called up anybody but Katy. I mean, you could have called up Sabrina Carpenter. You could have called up the Chart Obsessed Racist so she can stop sabotaging you. I mean, you had a lot of options, but Katy shouldn't have been one of them. No shade. Wow. The scratch off curse is real. It looks like scratch off has been making Champagne Thickums flop on the charts. It has been reported that all 3 tracks off of Champagne Thickums, 100 gigabytes of trash, are expected to debut on the Hot 100, but not in the top 20 or in the top 10 where he usually be. Now it's up. Is supposed to be at number 28 on the Hot 100, which is usually kind of low for Champagne Thickums. And then Blue, Green, Red, that's at number 63. And the song with Scratch Off, Housekeeping Knows, it will debut at number 85, which is very, 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 very low for Champagne Thickums. Champagne Thickums usually never in the 80s. Okay? The 30s, maybe. Or the bottom 20s, but the 60s and 80s, Champagne Thickums never in the 60s or 80s. I mean, this is honestly embarrassing for Champagne Thickums, but he should have went on hiatus. And the fact of the matter is, I don't know how this is happening, but Not Like Us is still top 3 on the Hot 100. Goodness gracious, it's been like 3 months. People still listening to that song? I mean, I don't want to say Kung Fu Kenny ended you, but he did. Okay? Unfortunately, Kung Fu Kenny ended your career, but I think the Scratch Off collaboration was the nail in the coffin. We don't want to hear you work with Scratch Off. I mean, come on now. I mean, you collaborating with flops. It was one thing to collaborate with Sexy Red because she at least charts, but Scratch Off barely charts. I mean, I don't even understand why you would do that collaboration. And she's one of Nicki Minaj's biggest ops. Okay, so at the end of the day, this was a complete L for Champagne Thickums. And unfortunately, you're getting Donkey of the Day again. I like giving Champagne Thickums Donkey of the Day. So you're getting Donkey of the Day. Now, Remy Ma was on Family Feud. And unfortunately, Family Feud threw some shade, Okay, let's take a listen.
Name something you walk out of if it's dirty.
A bathroom.
Fill in the blank. Blank Friday.
Black Friday.
Try.
Now, Remy Ma know damn well she wanted to say Pink Friday. You knew she wanted to say it because she was smirking. She was like, damn, they got me. Okay? Nobody cares about Black Friday. It's Pink Friday, bitch, and you know it. Okay? But she also could have said Good Friday. You know, maybe that's the answer that they was looking for. I don't watch Family Feud, so I really don't know. But, you know, I feel like that was definitely shade towards Remy Ma. They know that Nicki Minaj, she is the queen of Pink Friday. That is her thing. And I feel like they wanted her to say Pink Friday so that way they can get a viral moment. She didn't give it to them. But of course, you know, she lost a point. Okay? So let me know how y'all feel about that. Now, a lot of people believe that SZA and Victoria Monét are teasing a collaboration. SZA tweeted, "Rub on me and talk soft." And Victoria Monét said, "I feel seen." Okay? So I don't know if she was quoting Victoria Monét, but a lot of people are speculating that they could be doing a collaboration. I would be absolutely here for it. I love Victoria Monét. I love SZA. SZA currently is the princess of R&B, and I think that Victoria Monét and SZA could definitely make a hit song. Okay? And both of them are Grammy award-winning artists. Okay? They're respected in the community of R&B, and I think that they're going to make a hit record. They're both writers. Okay? So I'm here for it. You know, this is going to be a good collaboration. Now, moving on to Sabrina Carpenter, who will be receiving Donkey of the Day. So, the short and sweet track list is out. It's been out for weeks. And also the times, or how long the song is, has been released. Okay? This looks like, you know, a 25-minute album. Maybe even less than that. I'm like, goodness gracious, why is everybody doing really short songs? I get it. It has been statistically proven that people's attention spans ain't that long. But I feel like it's a mixture of that and laziness, okay? Taste, 2 minutes and 37 seconds. I mean, come on now. Confidence, 2 minutes and 44 seconds. You know, Dumb and Poetic, 2 minutes and 13 seconds. Slim Pickens, 2 minutes and 32 seconds. I mean, this is a lot of short songs. And then the bonus track, needless to say, 1 minute and 37 seconds. I mean, come on now, Sabrina Carpenter. Same thing with Tanaje. A lot of the songs were short. Okay? I don't understand why is a lot of these artists doing, you know, 2 minute, 1 minute songs. Okay? So I gotta give Sabrina Carpenter Donkey of the Day for that, because I just feel like it's a mixture of maybe the labels are telling them to do that, and then also laziness. Okay? Like almost like, oh, I don't need to make a 3 minute or 4 minute song because I know that my fans are not going to call me out on it. But you're getting called out today. Okay? So unfortunately, I gotta give Sabrina Carpenter Donkey of the Day, and you know, hopefully the next album she would do longer songs. But anyway, I got some hot tea on Patreon. Link will be in the description, and I hope you guys have an amazing day.